how to heal our lives. And sometimes it's easy because we encounter suggestions that are very positive and uplifting. And sometimes it's a challenge for us because we encounter ourselves with our problems along the way. When we're encountering problems, how well do you bounce? And it's an important thing to consider. How are you at dealing with life on life's terms? Because life is always presenting us with something new. Sometimes it's unexpected, sometimes it's an obstacle. Sometimes it's presenting us with something that's really challenging. How adaptable are we when things are not going the way we want? In this journey of life, we do make mistakes, and we correct our mistakes, and we hopefully bounce back. We recover and we move forward. We learn the value from Louise and from the science of mind, and the value of self-talk. And what does that mean? Well, that's really the conversation that lives with you when you're alone at night at 10 o'clock or in the early morning hours, and what the thoughts that you're thinking that are circulating in your head. That's the talk that matters most. That inner chatter, that inner dialogue is so powerful, because what it represents is it represents the collection of thoughts that stream through your mind throughout the day. We call that our consciousness. If you're new, our consciousness is going to be the totality of what you know. And you might be sitting around, and when you walk through your jobs, you might have a great job, or you might have an important job, or you might not have a job at all. But we present ourselves to the world when we're alone and by ourselves, when we're confronting the fact that maybe we're getting older, or we can't do things as well, or there's been rejection in our life, or there's been hurt, or there's been pain. And most of us have been through some of this, right? How well do you bounce from that stuff? And what do you do? And when I mean do, it's not necessarily doing, but what do you say to yourself when all of that's going on and you're left in those moments with yourself? Nobody can save you and nobody can fix you, but you do have the power to turn all of that around. So there's value in paying attention to what we call our self-talk, internal dialogue. And some of you are not even conscious that you're doing it, but your mind is very active always, right? So there's always this stream of consciousness that's going on within everyone. And that stream of consciousness is very, very powerful. You might not think of it as such, but it's powerful. And as one of my friends corrects me sometimes, she says, well, it isn't the individual thought. And I say, okay, well, what is it? She said, well, it's the tendency of the thought in the consciousness.